Let's take you here now, where following the recent mass shooting inside taverns, concerns around safety have intensified. In response to the National and Gauteng liquor traders will convene a Tavern Safety Summit aimed at strengthening safety, compliance and collaboration within the tavern and hospitality sector. The summit brings together government, law enforcement authorities, industry bodies and community stakeholders to advance safer and more sustainable trading environment. Let's bring in SABC News reporter Mbalenhle Mthethwa, who's attending the summit and joins us now. Mbalenhle, very good afternoon to you. Of course, the timing couldn't be more significant for such a summit to take place in the wake of the deadly Bekkersdal attack. Talk to us about the scope of this gathering.
Well, we've heard various individuals speaking on the challenges that are facing this particular industry, but what is more important is the warning that has been issued by the acting Gauteng Police Commissioner, Major General Fred Gegane, who has warned liquor traders not to use illicit alcohol and sell it to their patrons, saying that this poses a serious health risk, but also poses a serious problem in terms of ensuring that SARS is able to collect on those excise duties and taxes which contribute to the country and the running of the country. And I'm joined right now by someone who is quite prominent person in this industry, someone from the Liquor Traders Association. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak to us. Lucky Dimane, you are a very key role player in the industry. What do you make of the warnings that have been issued about some of the traders using illicit goods, stolen goods, and selling it to their patrons in order to make a profit?
Thank you so much for the opportunity. And we appreciate, those words from the acting provincial commissioner, General Gegane, because we know that in our midst we've got rotten apples, those that cut corners, those that want to make profit at the expense of our people, because we know the dangers of illicit and counterfeit alcohol, which actually in South Africa it represents about 20% of the legal market, meaning that almost 20 billion rand of what is sold in South Africa is actually illicit and counterfeit. Just to put that in real terms, 1 in 5 products that are sold in South Africa in the alcohol space are actually fake. So this is a serious problem that we're dealing with. And the Tavern Safety Summit that we held today actually focused on 2 things: the issue of illicit and counterfeit as it affects the health of our people, but also the tavern killings that we have seen, emanating from our liquor trading environments. So this is something that we wanted to address before we get into the Christmas season and also the New Year, because we know that our people are affected, not just the liquor traders, but also our consumers as well.
Now, what exactly are you going to be doing? I mean, especially with regards to these shootings and considering that they have happened in unlicensed establishments, what do you do as the association and as perhaps the watchdog to clamp down on this?
So even though we represent legal traders in South Africa, and we understand that the last 2 serious shootings that we have experienced in the country, one in Bekkersdal and the other one in Swaziland, happened in illegal establishments, but we're not going to fold our hands and sit in a corner and say this is happening in our environments, then we don't need to act. We are going to act, but we are also going to encourage that those that seek to sell alcohol in South Africa should actually apply for liquor licenses. But those that have liquor licenses, which are taverns, need to comply with all the relevant legislations. They need to sell alcohol within the prescribed times. They need to ensure that they don't sell to those that are under the age of 18. So these are the conversations that we're having with our traders. So the summit today almost brought everyone together, civil society as well, the community policing forum, to ensure that we all toe the line in ensuring that we comply with the laws of our country.
Okay. And with regards to what has happened, I mean, and do you perhaps... How do you then convince South Africans to trust the establishments and to trust that the liquor that is being sold to them is of good standard and good quality and adheres to the laws of the country, and it is not the alcohol that has been stolen from hijacked trucks or brought in through the back doors or even manufactured in a shack somewhere?
I think the summit today is a firm commitment by the traders, not just in Gauteng but in South Africa, that we're going to comply with all relevant legislations. We're going to sell alcohol that is of right standards, that is of right quality, that complies with all the regulations that are pertaining to SARS, but also we're going to run awareness campaigns starting from today up to the first week of January that is going to educate our consumers so that they can be able to identify the differences between illicit, illegal, as well as counterfeit alcohol. It is in our interest that we sell alcohol that is of safe consumption for our consumers. But also our traders need to bear in mind that, our customers, our people that support our businesses, we cannot afford to sell them anything less of quality that they expect of us.
There you have it. That is the Liquor Traders Association's representative, Lakim Dimane, speaking to us on the sidelines of that Tavern Summit, talking about the safety and the efforts that they will be putting in place in order to educate patrons and residents on how to spot counterfeit goods in establishments. However, it's going to be quite difficult given what the Major General has said with regards to the fact that some of the alcohol that is sold in some establishments is rather purchased from those who hijack liquor trucks and then go around selling that liquor that has been stolen from the trucks that are moving alcohol from one place to the next. It's back to you in studio.
Very well. Thank you very much, SABC News reporter Mbalenhle Mthethwa, giving us the latest as Tavern Safety and Compliance is under the spotlight at that summit.